Hello everyone, JRDeal96 here with a brand new reaction. As you can tell by the title, it's another Markiplier video, and it's another animation by the lovely Sir Walter Underbridge. And it's part 2 to the previous story, that we saw, which was, about the pharmacy stuff that Mark had to endure when he was trying to get a new medication for his ADHD. After, his Adderall was not really being as effective as it used to be anymore. He had to go to this new medication, but every time they prescribe it, this pharmacy is like, oh, we don't have it, we don't plan on getting it, blah, 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 blah. Some weird, crazy nonsense. I have no idea what. But he left it on a cliffhanger, so did he get it, or did he not get it? Let's find out. So whatever the let's react to this video, shall we?
Fast forward to a few weeks ago. And I talked to my doctor, and I figure it's been 6 months, right? It's been 6 months. Space is almost done. I finally have a chance where I can get to a point where I can address this other issue in my life, and I can try a new medication that will hopefully be more beneficial to me. All seems good. My doctor's like, sure, you got it, buddy. Let's try it again. Here we go again with this test prescription, yada yada, all that stuff. I send it to CVS, and I'm like, all right, cool, let's try this again. They ordered it. I call up. Did it come in? Do you know why?
No.
Okay, is it
Oh
a
my
prior
God.
authorization? Oh, yeah, that's the thing.
But if you have a prior authorization,
I love to imagine that the fucking vet tech, the CVS person, and my needs more mud guy from the same person.
Of course, the needs more mud.
More pre-authorization.
Needs more mud. I need more people. More people need this before you can have it. You need to get your friends
fucking
to
puppet.
we're in a group.
God.
And so I go through the whole thing because I've been through it before. I get the prior authorizations because my insurance magically forgot. I didn't even mention that. My insurance needs a new prior authorization. I guess the old one expired. They forgot. Her memory just slips right out their ears.
if you want to use an old prior authorization, you actually need a prior authorization authorization.
Exactly.
So you
Yeah.
gotta,
Oh,
get the right
insurance.
paperwork. That's obvious mistake.
Thank God these industries are here to help us and not
Yeah.
just to make money for themselves.
Especially.
Sure.
So
They're very
I
helpful.
get all that done, and I'm like, okay, all my ducks are in a row. This should work out. Can you order the medication again? They go, yep, all right. We got all our ducks lined up. This will be fine. 2 days pass. I call.
And they ordered it.
Oh, they ordered it, all right. I call. I ask, did it come in?
No. Do you know why? No. Oh my
Do you
God.
have the other prescription at this point, or are you completely off of medicine?
I have the other one. I have it at the point because I
Thank God,
literally
okay.
got extra because I was like, all right, I'm ready for this to be terrible. And so what I eventually, because I talked with them further and I called customer service on my own and I said, what is the problem? And it was again a situation where the supplier of CVS was not ordering it. They did not order it again, but they didn't say this time that it wasn't because there was enough. They just said no. And I called up people on the phone and I said, like, why would this happen? And I got answers like, oh, okay, maybe there's a supply issue. Maybe now it's new, but it's popular, so they literally can't get it. And so I'm like,
Okay,
that's
fair
valid.
enough.
You know what I'll do? I'll call the people that make the drug because they have a customer service line. So I call them up and I say, like, hey, I'm out in California. Is there any reason why CVS wouldn't be able to get that? And the guy from the company that makes the drug said,
I've never heard of that before. We have plenty of inventory.
Oh
CVS
my
has bought
God.
it before. We don't know why you would refuse to order it.
Neat.
and I'm like, the plot thickens. This
Oh my God, I figured it out.
Yeah.
I know
The plot
why.
thickens.
I'm gonna go ahead and make my guess.
Okay.
The person on the phone that you keep calling is like, no, is a big fan of your hospital content and really just videos on your channel.
Oh
So
my
they're not
God.
interested in hopefully get that sweet content they love.
When you're in the
You
hospital.
know what? They got it, but not because of this. Like, because I'm not saying that's the secret. It just so happens.
He happened
that
to get
the
a bowel
morning
obstruction.
I tweeted at CVS because at this point I had exhausted every possible option. I had no other recourse. I did not want to go publicly with this because it's a private thing. It's my medication. It's like all this stuff that I'm taking care of. And yet I was like, there's no other way. How else would I do it? I've talked to their customer service. So I tweeted them, and then like, they respond, of course, because all these other people that follow me are like, this is fucked up. And it is fucked up. And then so many people respond to me like, yeah, this is fucked up. Oh, I didn't even mention, because after I called the manufacturer, I go to my app where I can see my prescriptions, and my prescription has disappeared.
Ooh.
Literally, I go into my app and I look at it and like, you can see, like, the prescriptions.
He goes literally to the
When I look in
phone.
the app, my prescription is just
Gone.
Well, you can't get that one, so you don't need it.
I like the cel-shaded look.
You can't get it, so you don't need it. And so I go to the hospital, like,
Yeah,
they
for his
eventually
bowel
call me back,
obstruction
call and
again.
yada, yada,
Has
yada.
nothing to do with the
But
medication
I
issue.
finally get someone on the phone, and they say,
Hey, Walt.
Oh, okay, I don't know why that CVS can't order it, but there's a CVS 20 minutes away that has it in stock right now.
and I'm like,
Motherfucker! You're making me go to a different location.
could not believe it. And I'm like, why does that one CVS have it and this one
And then-
doesn't? It doesn't make any sense at all.
And they have to be
That CVS
so
not know
incompetent.
the one next door, because I've had that with other pharmacies where they're like, oh, we don't have it, but a sister location has it.
Ha,
And I'm
sister
like,
location.
How did you? I literally called my doctor. They changed the prescription over. They put it in the new pharmacy. The next day, I got the medication.
Hi there, I'm Peyton, creator of Sir Walter Underbridge. I'm glad you're interested in my work. I would love for you to support me by joining my Patreon and purchasing my merch.
Huh.
Your support would mean a lot to me and would help me to continue creating and sharing my content with the world. With my Patreon, you'll have
I'm assuming
access
this is
to
the
exclusive
actual
content
guy.
and perks that are not available anywhere else. And by purchasing my merch, you'll not only be supporting me, but you'll also have a tangible item to show off your support. Also, if you know someone who can sponsor the channel, please let me know in the comments below. So, if you
Oh,
believe
you're
my
doing
work and want to help me
sponsorships
keep
for your
creating, I
channel?
encourage you to join my Patreon and purchase
I
my
already
merch
did.
today. Thank you for your support. And back to the video.
If you go to GameStop and you try to get a video game,
It's
that's
easy.
not in stock, the person behind the counter immediately is like, "Well, we don't have it, but it looks like."
Looks like another location has it. Yeah, GameStop does that shit too.
Right away. But they won't for medicine. I know. You're dying. Oh, that's too bad.
Oh, that sucks.
Right now. Wish there was something we could do, but it doesn't exist anywhere apparently.
I like to
Barely
imagine
Karen, oh my
just
god.
looking at the screen, and the screen is like, oh, this other, the Walnut Street one has it, and he's just like, that doesn't seem pertinent to this.
Ah!
Oh well, yeah, we don't have it. Sorry, bud.
Yeah.
Him in the hospital again.
Help you.
So after all that, yeah.
I
got
poo-
so that
That freaking
doctor
sticker on
can
his
go through
gown
this-
is so
this
funny.
medication and figure out if it's right for me.
Alright, so you're sure that this is an actual CVS you were going to originally, right? It's not like one of those like where there's a neon
Like a
sign
third
and
party.
the words fake are like burned out, the lights aren't glowing.
Yeah, you know, honestly, I really
Like
hope
a
so.
third
I've
party
seen
affiliated,
that
you know,
where, like,
thing.
you got like an AT&T, but it says AT&T and in tiny letters.
Authorized retailer.
Yeah.
Itty bitty letters, and they're not AT&T.
The official
It
one.
doesn't make any sense how that's possible, but I'm pretty sure.
What if this new medicine is a meta treatment, and it is an effort by a pharmaceutical company to sell you nothing?
What?
Is no
Bob, you don't make sense.
What happens if you get this new prescription from your doctor,
Oh my god.
and all this whole thing is just a whole scam to give you something to hyperfixate on, and that does something to your brain that fixes your ADD, and you've got this thing, and you're like, God, I'm just trying to get there, and you're calling CVS, and you're calling this thing, and they're like,
Oh, we got plenty of it. I don't know.
CVS is like,
No, I don't know. I don't know why we don't have it. I don't know.
Yeah, that's usually how it goes.
Oh, gee, sorry.
and it's just for months and months. You go through
That was
this
literally what
process,
Mark had to go through.
and then you're just waiting for this one, and it never comes.
Right, yeah, it is.
And that's the treatment.
Or it's like one of those authentic Italian restaurants, like the SNL skit. You go in, like you eat the pizza, then you find out it's like from Domino's or something. Like
That's
somebody
funny.
Steps out, they're like, "See, you're able to focus on this.
Pizza and subs.
After all, you don't need any medicine."
Looks like somebody never had ADD, huh?
It's a Chris Hansen like. Why don't you have a seat over there?
Let's just have a seat
Here's
here.
a Rubik's Cube. Well, I know you can solve it. Come on, solve it. It's just like- no, but because like all this trouble to get.
What
a
the fuck is
medication,
with the
I don't
cheese?
know, it was
Swiss
like
cheese.
it
You got the
was
cardboard
like
cutout in the background.
Swiss cheese
Someone that looks like
thing.
Tyler in the
It's like
background, too.
insurance. The pharmacy, like the supplier, like all
Oh my
these people
God.
just, like,
Oh,
kept,
look at-
like,
here's
not
comes,
taking one
you know, Pizza Pop
literally
over
the
here.
tiniest extra step to help me out.
That's a giant
No
meatball.
one did
Holy
that.
shit.
No one. The manufacturer, when I called them, was infinitely more helpful than any of these people were, just by the sheer like element of them going like, I've never.
Are they
heard of that
are they eating at
before."
Olive Garden with the
Made me realize I
breadsticks?
wasn't crazy.
Well, profits in the job description, Mark, not caring.
Right.
Caring's not part of it.
Right, absolutely, yeah. So,
Why would they go out of their way to see if the store 10 minutes down the road might be able to help you? Ugh. Just die already so you can quit calling them.
Jesus
It's
Christ.
called health industry, not health care. Oh wait.
long story short, I got my medication.
Yeah, in the end, he did get it.
That's all I'll say about that.
Well, I'm glad that's the... It took a year to get it, but now that you got it, it's helpful.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
I mean,
It took him so long to finally get the medication, like 6 months, 6, 7 months, just to get that medication.
Well worth it, but yeah,
After enough, you know, it's like pulling teeth.
And by the way, they're discontinuing the medication because not enough people were able to get it in the last year.
Oh god.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
It turns out nobody could access this medicine that was readily available, so they're discontinuing it.
God, man, I wouldn't be surprised. I would
Oh.
at this point.
You finally get it, it's like, oh, that's our last thing. And we're sold out, we're never getting it again.
Oh my god, I wouldn't be surprised because like maybe that is how people squash out
Uh-oh.
competition or something like that. I hate
There goes that
conspiracy
robot.
theories. Man, it was a lot of trouble getting this one thing, but it is what it is.
Ha.
That's the end of my story.
God, that's a banger. Jeez.
Raft Part 5. Hey, there's me again.
Craft hot hat.
Oh my god, okay. So that was interesting. I liked, you know, some of the, you know, things you did for the animation. Like the one time when he goes into the phone and it's all cel shaded. That's pretty cute. And then the part where, you know, you showcase, like, you know, like the whole story itself is just, it's bizarre on how CVS was handling all of it. Like they were acting like, no, we don't have it. We may be out, blah, blah, blah. And then Mark calls the actual people who make the medication. And they go, we never heard that before. We have plenty of, you know, stock here. Like, what's the... It's like, really? They're like, well, they were willing to say, oh, we can't get it because there's no more. To the point where it's like, dude, like, what is the point? What's the problem? He needs this medication. His doctor kept authorizing this prescription for him that he needed. And then the freaking CVS is like, rip that up and just throw it away. Like, I don't know what the hell is wrong with CVS that whole time. Thank God I don't get, you know, my, you know, prescriptions from CVS. I do get them from somewhere else. But seriously, just like, dude, out of all the things, like that's like the weirdest thing in the world. Like, you call them and they're like, no, we don't have it. Do you know why? No. It's like, really? Then, if it happens so many times, at this point, you should be like, motherfucker, if you're so lazy, then tell me. And if you're that lazy, and if you just don't want to freaking give it to me, then say it. Like, seriously, that's how annoyed I would be by that point if I had to deal with that. If I had to deal with this issue with getting my prescriptions for my ADD/ADHD, I would be aggravated. I'll be like, dude, get the medication. Get off your ass, get off your phone, and go get and order the motherfucker. Seriously. That's how I would be. I would be very aggressive. But seriously, well, sometimes you have to really be a little aggressive to get your point across. So, anyways, yeah, but in the end, he did get his medication, even though at one point he ended up in the hospital because Bob, I think Wade made the joke like the guy on the phone was a fan of your videos in the hospital, that he wanted you to be in the hospital again. I don't think you going off, taking your ADHD medication is going to end up sending you to the hospital. At one point, I stopped taking it for over a month with no issue. But then I started taking it again, and that was it, and nothing else. Nothing has happened. But I think a lot of fans even thought that, CBS might have been responsible for sending Mark to the hospital, and that's not true. What ended up happening is, if you didn't really know what happened, Mark had once again, like he had in 2020 and like what he had in 2015, he had another bowel obstruction. Where it's his, intestines and stomach are blocked. He has a blockage, and they have put a tube down his nose and down his stomach into his intestines to suck whatever's in there so that you can clear out that blockage. And then, the little sticker, the gold sticker in the animation of him going, it says, "I pooped." I remember when, I think it was my first date. No, I think it might have been my first date, the day of my first date. But I remember looking on Twitter, and I think the hashtag that was trending was Mark pooped or something like that. I think it was December 3rd, 2020. But it was around that time he was in the hospital again. I was telling my girlfriend, like, he's in the hospital again. And she goes, he's always in the hospital. I'm like, not really when you think about it. That's just a misconception. You just know for those videos that he was in the hospital. Like, he had, that appendicitis that ended up discovering the tumor in his adrenal gland. Then he had that bowel obstruction in 2015, in the beginning of 2015, and then later in 2015, he had somewhat of a heart attack because he was drinking alcohol, and he doesn't. And since he's Korean, I don't know. Like, I've heard that it might have something to do with Korean people, but I don't know if it's true or not. But he had that. He doesn't have the enzyme. He lacks the enzyme to break down alcohol in his body. So he had to quit alcohol altogether. And that caused the whole Drunk Minecraft series to end at 69 episodes. But I remember there was one video in 2016, he was at a party, and he's like, I take a few sips, and I give it to her, and points to Amy. So he took a few sips of a beer, and then just gave it to Amy. Which is nice. But, anyways, enough rambling. But, dude, like, the timing of it was just, I couldn't understand. And I was angry for him. I was mad for Mark. I'm like, dude, is it like, what's so hard at ordering the medication? Do we have to pull your teeth? Like, man, I don't know. But that little thing in the middle of the video with him, I think the guy who is Sir Walter Underbridge talking about his merch and his Patreon, and also talking about maybe YouTube sponsorship, sponsorships, the memberships. That was interesting. So I might also become a member of his if he does, do like memberships for his channel. Since I'm already a Patreon supporter of his, which is nice, because I enjoy the guy's content. I really do. Ever since that, Bob's Fridge video that he did. Oh, man. But anyways, that's really it on this reaction. I hope you guys enjoyed. Pretty sure the next one we'll see from him is part 5 to that raft animation, and then gosh knows what else. But I'm pretty sure this is the end of the whole fiasco for the pharmacy. But if I can suggest another story that I feel like that definitely deserves a, animation, and that would be the one time. It was from the when they were doing the fast food tier, stuff. Mark talked about the one time he went to Popeyes while filming In Space and Markiplier, and he saw a commotion go on inside between a couple of employees. And even at one point, one of the employees that was at the window looked at him and goes, "Hey, you Markiplier?" That story. Like, that story alone is in it on itself worthy of an animation. So I recommend doing that if you ever see this, Mr. Underbridge. And I might get merch of his. I don't know. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed today's reaction. If you did, hit the like button, subscribe, share this video with your friends. Be sure to ring that bell to be part of the notification squad. Be sure to check out my Instagram because I make cool ads on Markiplier, Jacksepticeye, even myself. I also act as a cosplays on there, so go check it out. And be sure to check out my Tumblr, my Discord in the description as well. So until next time, JRDeal96 signing out, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.